Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm doing another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements for the week ending October 28th, 2012. And as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news we'll be taking a look at this week has to do with Arctic Combat from WebZen. The 3D tactical MMO FPS game finally has an official open beta date, and that date is on December 6th. The game was first announced a long time ago, so I'm a bit surprised it took them this long to get into open beta. The game has been out in South Korea for much longer as Battery Online, so it is a bit odd to see the game take this long to reach open beta here in the States. The game actually just completed its North American and European regional finals as well, and the winning teams were invited to compete in the World Championships during G-Star 2012 in Korea. It looks like Arctic Combat is trying to capture some of the esports scene here in the West, but that scene is almost entirely dominated by StarCraft 2 and League of Legends at the moment. More details about new content for open beta will be released a little bit closer to the December 6th open beta date. Next up, also FPS related, last week actually, Combat Arms from Nexon released its latest update dubbed Operation Second Wind. The new update's biggest addition is a new Mark-themed battle map named Bloodbath Bazaar, which is based in Turkey. The update also enables the one-man army, spy hunt, quarantine region, and last man standing game modes on the Death Row map. The game's user interface has also been slightly tweaked. Two new weapons also make their debut with this update, the G18 Carbon Black Pistol and the TriStar Cobra Force Pump Action Shotgun. The video in the background does show off some gameplay on the new map. Up next, on October 24th, Elsword from Killer Combo introduced its new Halloween-themed dungeon. It's the same one as last year, except revamped. Jack-o'-lanterns have been replaced with heads of enemies, and new bosses and encounters have also been introduced. The dungeon can only be played once a day on weekdays and twice a day on weekends, for a chance at unique items available only during the event. Expect tons of Halloween-themed events this week from other MMOs, but I felt like this one was worth highlighting because it actually adds a dungeon to the game rather than just some random social event or special quests. Pretty much every MMO, again, will be having their own Halloween events this week, though. Next up, on October 25th, Darkblood from Outsparks released the first 6 battle pets, which are unfortunately only available in the game's premium store, but they can be traded, so you can trade for one from another player. Battle pets begin as an egg and can be nurtured and developed into full-blown combat companions. This update adds 6 battle pets to the game, but you can definitely expect more varieties of battle pets in the coming updates. Up next, some news from Perfect World Entertainment. Also on October 25th, Jade Dynasty released its fall update, with the star of the update being Citadel Savage, a new endgame boss found in Imperial Citadel. Players who defeat the boss can earn special transformation gem and other rare prizes. Also including the update is improved pet interface, additional mount and skyblade slots, and various other small changes. This particular update was not big enough to get its own video, unfortunately. The video you see in the background was for the summer update, so this fall update is not nearly as big. Next up, a small update from Gamescom regarding their golfing MMO Shot Online. Shot Online is set to update its user interface for the first time in 8 years. Yes, Shot Online is actually quite old, and yet still remains one of Gamescom's most successful titles. Shot Online's new UI is set to track stats, including hole-in-ones, albatrosses, eagles, chip-ins, accuracy, longest drive, and various other stats. Course selection has also been streamlined and now includes random course selection plus option. Chat functions in the game are also ready to be modernized, with the ability to change the font size, window size, transparency, and the addition of the copy and paste functionality. Not sure why they didn't have this earlier, but I guess they didn't. The update is set to roll out sometime in early 2013. The next and last bit of news is from League of Legends. A few changes this week actually, the most prominent being the addition of Elise the Spider Queen, or Elise, however you say it, which is a hybrid ranged mage as well as melee assassin. The unique thing about her is that she has 2 sets of abilities, sort of like Jace, and by sort of like Jace I mean exactly like Jace, depending on which form she's in. Also new in the league is a revamped Twisted Treeline map, which has been completely overhauled. On top of that, some major balance changes have been patched in, with quite a few champions getting hit with nerfs. Luckily, they did not touch my favorite champion, Singed. Probably the biggest nerf this week is actually for Deathfire Grasp. It's a nerf for a particular item. It's not all nerfs this week though, as Syndra, Tristana, and Trundle got some much needed buffs. Well, that's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have nothing on the radar, but as for games recently launched, we have one game to look at, and that's RaiderZ from Perfect World Entertainment, which went into open beta officially on October 24th. Remember though, Perfect World only publishes the North American version of the game, while the European version is published by a company called Gameforge on RaiderZ-Europe.com. I'm not a fan of different servers as it's only going to fragment the player base, but that's what they went with. The feast system and the new monster transformation system have also been added with the launch of open beta. The video in the background is actually the newest launch trailer for the game too. Anyway guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending October 28th, 2012. Now you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news, and if you want to discuss anything in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer, signing off.